Hi everybody, Sam here. Uh, Back with, I believe this is part 3 of my Christmas in Gloomwood series. I'm very excited to get started. So yeah, let's get back in there. Now last we left off, I believe we just got the Undertaker pistol. Yeah, right there. That's weird. I don't have any flare rounds for it? Oh, I do. I'm just blind. Goodness. Yeah, last we left off, I believe we just cleared out the caves and we were going to, clear out the coast. Now then. Currently inside the fishery, snow, there are 2 huntsmen. Hopefully with this I can teach you how to deal with them, and that we can get into that tower up there. But that'll take a little planning, a little forethought. Actually, I don't think we're able to get into the tower until we get into there, which is when we unlock the mirrors. So probably be around episode 4 we finally get into the tower the old-fashioned way, rather than taking the brute force approach. I will, of course, after I get to the tower, show the easier way, or maybe not easier, it does take some skill, but the quicker way. I don't know why I'm popping up here. Need to go into the basement to take the fishery shortcut. Now then. Seeing as how it's Christmas, and we're trying to have a little bit of fun, I'm going to take some of everything. Normally, I wouldn't take some of everything. I would just try and take it easy. But, you know, seeing as how we are, you know, doing a Christmas playthrough, we're gonna have a little fun. Normally, I wouldn't take it easy. I'm a bit stingy with my bullets, with everything I collect, but I don't know. Let's have fun. Never noticed this bottle here. Have a seat, sir. I don't know if the audio is picking it up, but I am chewing a piece of gum right now, so, you know, there's that. Beautiful. Now then, there is also one other thing that I'm going to avoid trying to get, which normally I would get on a playthrough, and that is if we hop up here into this mine house entrance. One thing I like about Gloomwood is, I know it's typical for most games, but I don't know, I just like the presentation of each level transition, you know? It's actually got, like, thought and care put into it. Makes it look like you're actually going into the next level. I don't know how to describe it. It just looks good. It just looks good. I have to say the coast is one of my favorite levels, just because you kind of get a little bit of a taste of the woods surrounding Gloomwood. Now then, we are gonna go ahead and take care of this guy first. I can't imagine how cold this sea actually is. Even when it's not snowing, I imagine it would still be frigid. Especially in all these layers. Ugh. If they ever add, like, prey conditions to, like from the game Prey, if they ever add the conditions from that game into this, one of them is just going to be swimming into the ocean. You come out of it and you start freezing to death. God, that would be awful. Hey, I'd play it though. I am nothing if not tenacious. That's the word. Alright. Now then, you may be thinking, well, how the fuck do I get past here? It's actually quite easy. You simply swim past it. Because we're not going up that way. We are going to do a little bit of an approach I like a lot more. And, in fact, since we have some special ammunition here, let me go ahead and just... There we go. Take some stock of this happening. If you look very closely, you can actually see a torch huntsman up there doing it. And then he walks his little path up the way up into the explosive house. There it is, the lighthouse. Gosh, I love the snow. It's so pretty. With the way the clouds are moving in this level, you'd think the snow would be more, you know, coming in slanted, but... Oh! This is new. I don't believe this used to be in the game, but now when you sit still in water, you actually go along with the flow of the water. Which is a nice touch. What's this? A church? You can see it's boarded up. Christ has not visited these shores in quite some time. And for good reason. Shit. I don't know if you folks just heard that, but that was the sound of one of the dogs hearing the body fall in the basement. He might come running up here, so I am just going to... Oh, shit. God damn it. No, wait. Okay. I don't think he's gonna come up here. Thank God. He did do the noise, though. I did hear it. Normally, the dogs will have a little alert noise. Most creatures, actually. Or I believe all of them have a little animation they do right before they go to investigate what they just heard. Now then, you may have noticed I climbed up onto the roof there. There are 2 patches of leaves here at this church. And you may notice that open little area up there. That's where I'm trying to go. Gonna be a little scatterbrained in my approach here, but if we run over here, jump in here, we'll find our first hint of a weapon to come in the future. The shotgun. Which, I don't know. I, personally, very excited for. I'll probably use it pretty sparingly, seeing as how we need to save the ammunition for certain encounters in the future. Now then, while we're down here, we're going to want to turn this off. More Rudolphs. Red-nosed reindeer. Huh. Their eyes glow now. That is... needs to not do that, or at least not back in the, Oh, not the water flowing. Goodness. Huh, when they die, their eyes stop glowing. Wow, that is sad. And when they're sleeping. I am learning more and more about this game. And the dogs. Well, let's hold on to this table so we don't get completely swept away. And let's read this note. Interrogation notes. Subject. Mole we installed at the fishery a year ago. Goes by Winston. Inquired about Kroop's recent meeting with this Mr. Carrington. Babbled about hidden pay stubs, nothing of real value. Hot pokers to the neck and armpits. Inquired about letters between Kroop and the Countess. Claimed that Kroop handled his private mail at his lockbox at the bank in the market square. Potential. Fed a scrap of rotten fish. Demanded answers about the royal spy. Broke down weeping like a child. The mole has outlived his usefulness. Removed tongue and fed it to the hounds. My suggestion is that we need someone closer to Mr. Kroop. Perhaps his accountant? Signed, Inquisitor Dalen. So these fucks are, excuse my language, these guys are, kind of evil. You can tell even without the curse, these people would be doing some messed up stuff. gonna have to go back in editing and learn how to bleep that out. Or I might not. Might keep it in. I don't know. You watch this far into the video and you hear a curse word, I don't think you're gonna be clicking off. Oh, beautiful. Now then, let's take care of this guy. Used to be this would be activated and lowered, but nowadays you have to actually go through this cave here to get back up there. Or, if you're smart and you know a little bit about the game, you can use the light from this to, and oh gosh, I'm moving with the water. There we go. I was waiting for it to lower. And now we've got our way up. This guy should walk past. Of course, he won't be walking for very long. And then another comes up over here. And I believe he walks right there. And this cave should be clear. We're gonna run down here and grab two of the, you know, I'm gonna learn the name of these. Choke bolts. Should find 2 choke bolts down here. Oh. So that's a bit of a problem. The water is clipping into the bottom of that boat. This game having any water physics at all was not something I expected, but it is a pleasant surprise. Gosh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that church. Ain't that pretty? You know what? That might just be the, Here, hold on. Taking a screenshot for later. That'll be my thumbnail right there. Alright, now we're gonna want to take care of this guy before he gets up here. He'll go all... What's that noise? I'll take care of him. Now then, we want to be careful to not walk all the way up. And I'll show you guys why in just a second.
Are you coming to the slaughtered goat?
No. Why should I?
The night watch said they caught something. They won't say what, just that everybody should come see.
It better be more exciting than that overgrown rabbit they showed last time. A bear hound. What a bunch of morons.
Yeah, what a bunch of morons, guys, am I right?
Noise.
Should have said something like Merry Christmas, but I don't know. Not feeling very one-liner right now, so instead we'll just kill him. Now then, normally on lower difficulties, this opens? What? What? Oh man. That means I'm gonna have to check so many things. I'm hoping ammo isn't like placed in these yet. Like I was saying, they did just recently add the doors actually opening and closing. But, oh, that's funny. You can see the texture of the snow stretching there. Right. Well then. You can see a bit of the huntsman's cruelty and love for the hunt here. These are just people. I'd like to imagine that some of the people in the town of Gloomwood weren't even sick, but the huntsman just wanted to kill, so they killed them. Alright. We're gonna run over here real quick.
What was that noise?
What? Murder.
Gotta see if I can get them all over there.
Don't you want to go home, outsider?
I can help you. Yeah. Now, fun thing about that fire right there, it will burn their bodies, but it will not burn them if they step over it. It used to be in the earlier days of this game that the huntsmen, when they were searching for you, would step over the fire, catch on fire themselves, and then just start running around catching each other on fire. Of course, the fire mechanics have been... I should move this body. Fire mechanics have been tweaked a bit, so it's harder for things to catch on fire now, but used to not be the case. Of course, fire is still a very powerful tool in this game.
Come out.
Kill that guy. Kill this guy. And...
Do I spy something?
Oh no!
Appears to have been nothing.
Now then. Normally here, I would have a bear trap or two from the tower over at the fishery, but seeing as how we're kind of waiting on that, we are gonna go and have to find some bear traps. Lucky for us, I know exactly where we can go. And normally, you could just cross this bridge, go down, and then you could lower a rope and go into this cave here, go up, go around, go over there. But that bridge right there, and ooh, I'm seeing a snow pile, is raised. It used to be that there just wasn't a drawbridge here. I believe it was. Oh man, this was kind of a long time ago, so I have to think about it. But I do believe this bridge used to just not be here at all. It used to be that there was a, well, you know, I'm actually having trouble recalling. This game's been in development for 2 years, and I've played a lot of it, but this bridge was a recent addition with one of the updates. It was before the market update, and this bridge actually wasn't here, but then there was an update where they were like, the huntsmen are preparing for your arrival. Anyway, I lost a little bit of that, but it used to be that bridge wasn't there. Fun thing about water, as you can see, that would normally kill most people, but as long as the doctor jumps into water, he'll be fine. Now then, have to be sure. You never know when they might add something behind a waterfall again. And when that day comes, I will be prepared. Anyway, very excited to actually get to be able to utilize those wood posts up there. Anybody new to the game might not know what I'm talking about, but
Have our heads if we don't find him.
Keep quiet, fool. She has spies everywhere.
sorry about that. I didn't want to talk over the huntsman. Anyway. The new lighting makes it so that everything is much brighter. Lucky for us, we have a handy-dandy indicator on our finger. Now then. Let's,
Axe goes in, blood comes out. Axe goes in, blood comes out.
I remember one time I actually stabbed into this thing, and it completely broke, and the huntsman here fully went, "What?" Snapped straight around and started shooting at me. I'm glad they fine-tuned that so it doesn't happen anymore, but now you would think there might be something up here because there's a phonograph. No. But if we look through the floorboards, or down here where the shit pit is, we will find that there is a little stash of goods alongside some corpses. Alright. Now then, let's put some of these bear traps to good use. First here, and then back up the coast over at that one house. Excuse me, sir. Do you have time for some Yule tides and season's greetings? Rest in pepperoni. Now, these things on Blood Moon right now have a durability of exactly 1. I do believe they are planning on implementing, like, durability so that there is actual, you could reuse your bear traps. But for right now, that is not the case. Now then, let's go ahead and run back up the coast and take care of these other 2 fellows in the, well, up here. Or, I have a bit of an idea. We just take care of one of them, and we save the last guy for a little bit of fun that I have planned. Excuse me.
Eyes deceive me.
Yes, down here.
Appears to have been nothing. I saw that.
Here we go.
Show yourself. I've got you now.
Shit! Oh, you bitch. Yeah? Fuck you, you asshole. Ow. So, I did take a little bit of damage there. I'm not used to not having a bear trap set up there. And let me actually sort out some of these key bindings. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll save Snowball for last. Oh, hey. Okay. Now then. Here's one of my favorite notes. It recontextualizes a lot for these guys. Something is not right. We were hunting some wild boars earlier, and one of the pigs got caught in the traps. I went up to bag it, one of the older hunters, Boris, just started going at it with the axe. He wouldn't stop until the meat was ruined and organs and bones were everywhere. When he turned back, he regained composure and couldn't remember any of it. Worst of all, none of us even did anything. We just watched. I'm going up to the city tomorrow to see if anyone knows what's going on. So, I like to believe that note takes place a couple of months before any of this ever went down. Or hell, with the rate at which everything is kind of decayed in Gloomwood, it might have even been years, but it seems like the huntsman actually had things going wrong for them a while ago. Now then, I don't have room for this horn, but I will drop a few bear traps here, and we can come back for them later. Let me put this here as well. I was hurt earlier. We can actually check our journal to see the cautionary state, and normally I'll do it just because I like to know specifically how much health I have. You can go into the console here and type out LIFE, life, and it will show you exactly how much you have. Right now I have 54 out of 100, which is not good. Not good indeed. So, we can of course use these syringes, but they are rather rare. So instead, we will be doing something a little different, a little farther up the coast. For this man, though, I'm going to save something very special for him. Very merry gift. He won't even know what hit him. That's how merry it'll be. Anyway, get some bullets here. dead guy with mushrooms growing out of him. That's not the most grotesque corpse we'll see either in this town. But that's for much later along in the game. Now then, let's go ahead and lower this rope and you'll see we're back in familiar territory. You'll also note just how hard the huntsmen do hit. I went down from, I want to say full health to 54, but I could have been around 88. Either way, it only takes 2 or 3 hits on Blood Moon to take the doctor, that being your character. Sorry, you know that. If you're watching that, you know that. Sorry, I will treat you guys like you're stupid. You very clearly have good taste if you're watching this. But, yeah, oh man, I lost my train of thought. You'll notice the huntsman can take down the doctor in at least 1 or 2 hits. Ah. Bit of a dilemma here. We have a huntsman in front of a barrel. We can just distract him.
Who made that noise just now?
And now the barrel doesn't light on fire. Let's go ahead and get that. Oh, let me take him. I feel like Santa carrying a big sack over my shoulder, except the sack is a huntsman. Excuse me, sir. Well, nothing so far in these, but we might get lucky. Might see something stored in them. I do believe a lot of cabinets in the game were actually given a rework so that you could actually open them. Shit.
Something appears to have been nothing.
He'll walk over here to the table, and then he'll turn around and walk back.
You first.
Are you joking? Did you see the claws on that thing? I'm not going anywhere near it until the others bring the dynamite. A curious sound.
Now you'll notice I'm checking these rifles for any ammunition, just because it makes it a lot easier than putting it in my inventory and then checking it that way. Nothing. Damn. Alright, we've got a note here. Let's go ahead and read it and see what it says. I've never seen men torn apart so fast. Whatever it is they brought back, it's more than any of us bargained for. Do not, under any circumstances, open this door, unless you're prepared to pay the new doorman with your limbs and entrails. I will personally be paying him with dynamite, which I've gone to fetch. Tavern be damned. If you absolutely must reach the city gates before I return, well, we tried our best to contain it to the first floor. I can't promise that the basement is safe, but it's certainly safer than the tavern proper. And it would appear to be all doom and gloom, but the store is open, so we could go in and out and just check and see. Or, if we want to avoid the entire experience altogether, we can jump over this, hop down here, hop to this rock, and slide our way down. But that's no fun, is it? We're here to have a merry, jolly time. I will, of course, take advantage of being down here and grab a few things. Grab this coin here, lower that rope, and we have our first unfortunately smelly taste of the city. Sewers are clogged with unfortunates and bodies, as it would seem. Now that if we head back up this way, we're going to enter the slaughtered goat, but we can't enter it this way. We have to go back around the far way. Or we could lower that bridge while we're over here and clear out some of this area. I don't feel like waiting. Let's go and pay the new doorman a visit. See what all the hubbub is about. Huh. That's strange. I don't know if anybody else can see that, but there's just a little bit of an overlay right where the dialogue pops up on my screen. It's very, very subtle. I'll have to see if it disappears after some more dialogue pops up on screen. Hopefully I haven't encountered a new visual bug. That's what's bothering me about the trees. There's snow on the top layer, but then there's also snow on the bottom layer. Normally with trees of these kind, the snow would be on top, and then, you know, you'd see green underneath. But I'm being nitpicky about a game that's supposed to be emulating the PS1 style. And this is just seasonal content. Anyway, let's go ahead and step into the tavern proper. Or, my apologies, the tavern basement. And
He fell for it. He won't last a second with that accursed beast.
Looks like the bar has gone away. Awesome. Here we have another little boobert. This guy, we're going to want to give a little bit of a wide berth, just seeing as how sometimes he will have pathing trouble. Anyway, we are now, as it would appear to be so, locked in here. No way out. Locked in here with something that has killed many a huntsman, which, you know, not very impressive in its own right, seeing as how we've also killed many huntsmen. But, well, I guess we'll just have to explore and find out what it is that did all of this. It used to be that when you came into here, the power would be on. But, seeing as how the huntsmen retreated, they deemed it necessary to, well, turn the power off. I guess the huntsmen are energy conscious, at least. Ah! Ah! Back in your hole. Uh-oh. Well, that's bad. But I think we can handle it. It was a bloodbath up there. The abomination broke free of its restraints, and suddenly the jubilations became chaos. The captain held the door open so several brothers could escape, but then locked it and went back up to take on the beast alone. I heard his sword clash against the monster as I leaned against the door. The fool! Now we've barricaded this entrance, but many of us are badly wounded. I managed to grab this bundle of flashbulbs just in case the beast does break through. Brother Wayland and the others left from the side entrance to bring back reinforcements with black powder kegs. If we cannot kill this unholy creature, then we shall bring the whole building down on top of it. Well, I am glad they have not done that yet, because this tavern is just, it's so nice and cozy. You know, despite the horrible beast on the upper floor. I mean, look at it. It's got all this torchlight, all this wood and stone. You know, this would go for, gosh, hundreds of thousands of dollars on today's market. Lucky for us, though, we aren't living in today's market. We are living sometime, I want to say, in the 1800s. Anyways, that's enough rambling out of me. Let's go ahead and set a couple of things down. We're going to keep the shotgun ammo handy, just because we might encounter it soon. Anyway, I am going to save here to make sure we don't die. This episode's gonna go a little long. I'm gonna, I think, clear this tavern out, and then we will close it off there, and then clear out the rest of the coast in the next episode. But for right now, let's just go ahead and focus on getting up here. Now, we do have a button here. I do believe there is a door over here. That's strange. I don't remember opening this door. It used to be there was a button cap in here that you would have to take and put on there to push the button to go up. But it seems like they've streamlined it a little and just left the button on there, which I don't mind. Unless, of course, I just forgot and went in here and then closed the door and didn't grab any of this stuff, but that sounds unlike me. Anyway. We're going to go ahead and leave the power off, just because it is a lot easier on me to do it that way. Won't have to take care of so many light sources. Anyway, it's, if we check the journal here, you did see me earlier jump across a couple of counters and eat some food with the right click, and that is because I want to be in fine condition. Shoot. You have to be careful with those rats. If they are not able to find their hole, their little hidey holes after a certain amount of time, they will attack you. And let me tell you, those little guys bite hard and fast. You know, they only deal, I think, about 4 points of damage with each bite. But if you're not careful, that can stack very quickly if you're not paying attention to them. Oh, gosh darn it. I could say god damn it. God damn it. Let's put this over here. Just take a little bit of this barricade. There's a little foreboding that whatever's in here required that much barricade, but surely, you know, something a bunch of huntsmen can't handle is something I can. I mean, it can't be that bad, right? Said every horror movie's protagonist ever. Oops, okay. Normally, and you'll see why I'm doing this here in just a second, I will stack these barrels, and then jump up here. Oh, come on. And jump around like that, and you'll see the missing button cap here. So if we press that button, we would be trapped in this tavern. Now let's see what we're trapped in here with. The goat man. And you'll notice he's looking a little different this time around. But first, let's read this note here. Help needed in the underport. To any trappers or hunters with experience, something is living beneath our house. We heard movement in our cellar and thought nothing more of it than some critter that had become stuck in our crawl space. My husband went to the shop to procure some mice traps. But last night, we were woken up abruptly by a horrid stench. My husband opened the cellar door, and at the bottom of the staircase, we saw it. 2 sunken eye holes looking up at us, and a long, sharp beak for its mouth. It was almost as tall as a man. I quickly slammed the door shut. I've never seen my husband's face as pale as then. The constables won't listen to us. They threatened to hand us over to Darrowcliff. But we know what we saw. Please, someone help us. We cannot bring ourselves to go back to our home. Little taste of what's to come. Now then, we're going to check some of these rifles for ammunition. We're going to turn out some lights and be very quiet. There he is, Monsieur Krampus himself. And and on his back, the key to our freedom. So we are just going to go ahead and grab that, crouch down here. Go ahead and grab some of this ammunition. That is the Goat Man right there, or as some of the community has deemed to call him, Doll. Now then, I'm going to go ahead and make a quick note right here of a whiskey and ale beer. Or a whiskey. Yes. I believe it's a whiskey and whalers or whiskey and ash brew. 25 cents and then 5 cents respectively. We're going to want to keep hold of that in our minds as we explore here. Go ahead and grab this key. That's to the rooms around here. Now let's check this out. Staff. When my new safe was installed in the corner of my room, the nightstand cabinet that used to occupy that space was moved to the attic. Fortunately, the top drawer of that cabinet had my spare key to the basement. Does anyone remember where the switch to pull down the attic stairs is? I was told, it was near the bottom of a wall support on the second floor, but I can't see anything with how dark it is. I'll need to get my lantern. Now that's basically the game telling you right there, grab your hand lantern, and in case you didn't, there's also one down in the basement. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and real quick just check our life. Okay. That should be 89. And that should be 94. Now, fun little thing about this guy, you can see the captain's sword stabbed into his back, but you can also see, if he gets a little closer here, I can give you guys more of a view. Right to his back, that hook there is actually the hook sword from Dusk, which is a fun little reference. Now then, let's go ahead and run over here real quick. Now, unfortunately, you may think this door works, but seeing as how it's boarded on both sides, it does not. Now then. 5. You'll have to forgive me if I've got a little silent here. I've been caught up in the moment, as it were. And here we are. The shotgun. Let's go ahead and load this thing. Now, you may think now's the best time to take this thing on, but I assure you it very much is not. There's still a little bit more that we can do to prepare ourselves. And that involves going into this attic right here. A fun little trick. We can simply hit that lever and ride the staircase up. And now the goat man, Mr. Doll, cannot get in at all. There's a button cap for the elevator downstairs. Oh, went to the wrong thing. We're just gonna go ahead and hit this with a bit of a sword stab. Oh, nope, we still need this. Going to take that. And we're gonna go ahead and read this note here. And you'll be amazed by this absolutely astounding track you can hear here. I do believe the music is made by a Taylor. I cannot remember his name. He is on SoundCloud. All of the soundtrack actually has been uploaded to SoundCloud. So if you do want to listen to any of this yourself, you can actually look it up on SoundCloud under the Gloomwood OST. I think it has a WIP work in progress on the side of it. Anyway, here's our first valve. Let's go ahead and read this letter. I've been hired to fix this old dump's plumbing system, but half this metalwork is either corroded beyond repair or built so long ago that they don't manufacture the parts anymore. The valve I have here can be used all over the city sewer system, but is essentially scrap when it comes to this ancient heap of junk. Might as well go order another beer while I figure this out. Being up here alone gives me the creeps. Used to be there was a note here. Now it's just this book. It used to be a note describing the, I believe it was the Rumsbellow murders in the town of Gloomwood, with surgical cuts done to the bodies of the victims. But now that that note has been removed, I believe they're going to add it at some point. Oh, here is the absolute worst part of the game. This truly made me uncomfortable when I first opened it. This artwork here, I believe, is done by Blasco. He's a big part of the community, both on Twitter and the Discord server, and has done multiple artworks for this game. Go ahead and give him a follow. He's pretty great. Now then, let's go ahead. I think it's Taylor Heschet or Sechet. I don't want to be mispronouncing it though. Then we stab this. Let's go ahead and bring this over here. He's jumps downstairs, I believe. So we're gonna want to go ahead and walk over here. Incendiary round in this. You can see just how much ammunition you get up here for the shotgun. It's probably the best spot for it, I want to say. The most concentrated in any of the smaller areas. Anyway, I believe he does walk over here, so let's go ahead and do a little bit of prep. We don't want to be so close, though, when it happens. Let's go ahead and run over here. Now he doesn't know where we're at right now, so he's gonna keep burning. You'll see anytime he stands still, he will get down on all fours. That means he's in a low health state, which is good. Once the fire wears off, however, you're gonna want to be very quick about dealing with him. Let's go ahead and run upstairs real quick, so that way we can get a little bit of a jump on him. He won't be able to get to us so quickly. And you'll see why there's so much that goes into this. He can take a lot of beating that other enemies can't. 1, 2. He's gonna run up here, I believe. Oh, he's stuck. Here he comes. And he's dead. 4 revolver shells, 4 revolver shells, and 2 shotgun pellets are what takes Mr. Krampus down. Now, thank goodness, because that means that Christmas is saved. Woohoo! Now then, you may notice these amazing, immaculate, shiny horns on Mr. Krampus's head here. Of course, the very beautiful man himself here as well. And we're just gonna go ahead and pop a few rounds into him. Normally I like to grab these, but there we go. Alright. Now then, let's go ahead and move this over here. And, oh, that's strange. Normally, when you, jib Mr. Goatman here... Oh, that is just absolutely terrifying. Oh, God. One of his parts ended up over here, so I'm going to assume that the other horn did a little bit of a slippage through the ground. That's fine, though. We can go and get it here in just a second. I'm going to actually drop this, because normally those just despawn. We're going to go ahead and check downstairs to see if we can get the other horn. If you give Mr. Yep, there's the other horn. If you give Mr. Goatman there, you were able to get his horns. They're worth $200 each, and they are, in fact, one of the very few items in the game that you can research. I hate to do this. I'm very sorry for anybody that's watching, but I do not trust these rats. I just absolutely don't. And I'm going to put them here. I'm very sorry, Mr. Rat. But, yes, he will drop these, and if you examine them, you can see they are not researched, which means in the future they will be used for a bit of the research update, which I believe will coincide with some of the journal updating they've been wanting to do in the game, and a couple other quality of life things, and a couple of other man, I'm just rambling. I love this game. I love this game a lot. Anyway, let's go ahead and go upstairs and do the job of collecting everything we missed. That is how I take care of the Goatman. Of course, you are entitled to take care of him however you want, or to not take care of him at all. You can simply take the key, go back down into the basement, and leave, and not mess with him at all. A lot of people like to take that approach. If you're doing a bit of a ghost playthrough, or you just want to save bullets and you just want to get everything that's in here and then get out, then you can, of course, do that. Nobody's stopping you. I hope I'm not stopping you with my playstyle. I just typically take a everything can burn to the ground that is unholy approach to these types of games. This being one of them. Now then, let's go ahead and gather a couple of things while we're up here. Some of these bear traps on the wall. And the biggest piece of loot that's in here, one of the only pieces of loot that actually makes a noise in-game, the Horn of Volmar. As you can hear it, that lovely, lovely sound right there. Go ahead and take it off its pedestal. The sound stops. We take it out. The sound starts up again. Beautiful. Now then, we're gonna go ahead and check upstairs, see if we missed anything. And then after that, we're gonna get the heck out of this fishery. Alright, I believe that is everything looted and accounted for. Oh! Huh, the shotgun shell hasn't despawned. That is strange. Now, you will notice that while Mr. Krampus here actually has his own custom gibs, that is not the case for all of them, I believe. I could be wrong on this, but there are certain enemies in the game that don't have their own custom gibs yet. And I do want to say, I keep using the word gib. Let me give a little context to that in case you don't know. Anytime a enemy in this game falls to pieces, those are called giblets or gibs. Or gibs. I like to call them gibs because it just sounds better, to me at least. Yeah, they will topple into little gibs. And in the future, with the research of the horns and such, it should be apparent that they are hoping to implement a research system which will you'll be able to study the various creatures and denizens of this town and get certain boons or effects. I'm not certain what kind of effects they will be. The developers are currently on a holiday after releasing the Hive, and good for them. They should. It is Christmas after all. They should celebrate, and I'm very happy that the game is in this state now. It's actually starting to pick up traction. There's a new lighting engine. The Hive has been implemented. It's very exciting, and I'm very excited to see where it goes. Anyway, I'm rambling. The research update should be coming in the future, and with each new creature added, some of the parts, the gibs that you're able to pick up, like the huntsman arms and things, you aren't able to do that with the most other creatures except the huntsman and the horns from the goat man. We're gonna go ahead and reload this here, and I'm going to go ahead and leave this stash here. We're actually gonna go ahead and save our game, set everything down here. Go ahead and set these bullets right here. This pistol right here. Set these out here. I love the red glow of the Undertaker pistol like that. It's really nice. Go ahead and set this right here. Unpack. Take this. Put it with the rest of the loot. And go ahead and give the game a save. I'm going to go ahead and leave the episode off here. Thank you everybody so much for watching. If you have watched, I'm Sam. This has been Christmas time in Gloomwood. We just killed Mr. Krampus himself. Very crazy. Very amazing indeed. Yeah. Thanks so much, everybody. Bye-bye.